Correspondent reviews activities and performance of the Kano State House of Assembly in the year 2022. And on the foreign scene, Gabon names first female vice president and new prime minister.
News.
Good evening, you listen to Freedom Global News on 99.5 FM. I am Hauwa Adamu Kiyawa. Today is the 10th of January 2022, which is equivalent to the 17th of Jamada Thani, 1444 after Hijri. And now the news in full. The Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors has threatened to embark on a nationwide strike if the federal government does not meet its demands. The association, in a letter to the Minister of Health, Dr. Osagie Hanari, on Monday, and signed by its president, Dr. Emeka Innocent Oji, said processes for the strike would commence if the issues are not addressed before its January 2023 National Executive Council meeting slated for January 24th and 28th. The National Association of the Resident Doctors had earlier issued an ultimatum to the federal government 6 months ago on account of lingering unresolved issues affecting its members, including the irregularities in the new circular as an upward review of the medical residency training fund, outstanding payment of the arrears of the new hazard allowance, non-payment of the skipping arrears for 2014, 2015, and 2016, and non-payment of the consequential adjustment of the minimum wage to some of its members. Other issues in contention include the delay in the upward review of the consolidated medical salary structure, salary arrears of its members in state tertiary health institutions, running in several months, including Abia, Imo, Ondo, Ekiti, and Gombe states, and non-domestication of the Medical Residency Training Act in most states across the Federation. The National Population Commission said told Nigerians that the coming April 2023 census will be meticulously factored out of errors and have a hitch-free census delivered. Chairman of the Commission, Nasir Isa Gwara, gave the assurance of the opening ceremony of the national level training center managers and administrators for the 2023 Population and Housing Census held at the Public Service Institute of Nigeria in Abuja. He said the Commission was irrevocably committed to positively rewrite the history of consensus in Nigeria, the history of censuses in Nigeria, and deliver to Nigeria accurate and reliable census data. He said the vision for the 2023 census has been designed to produce not only accurate, reliable, and acceptable census, but also inclusive and user-friendly census data. Their desire is to have informed the scope and quality of preparations made for the census thus far. And in the sporting arena, the Nigeria Football Federation, NFF, has released the fixtures for the 2023 Federation Cup. Mamasan Uba has details of this and other sports updates.
The preliminary round and final of the competition at the state level will commence on March 18th and end on 19th. Two teams will represent each state at the national level, and the state football associations are expected to submit their representative by March 20th. The national draw date will be determined later by the Nigeria Football Federation, NFF. Club registration at the state level will start on January 16th, while submission of place form for the production of license will take place between January 31st to February 6th. In another update, a delegation from World Governing Body FIFA and the Confederation of African Football CAF started a tour to Kenya yesterday as the country tries to recover following a lengthy international ban last year. The 9-month FIFA suspension ended on November 28, 2022, following the intervention of Kenya's new Sport Cabinet Secretary, Ababu Namwamba, who asked CAF to consider reinstating the country's senior national team to the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations qualification. Kenya was grouped in Pool C alongside Burundi, Namibia, and Cameroon, but was banished by FIFA in February 2022. Meanwhile, Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta said their games against Manchester City in the FA Cup and the Premier League will be different matches. The Gunners travelled to the Etihad at the end of January to face City in the fourth round of the FA Cup. Then in the middle of February, they welcomed the champion in the Premier League in a clash that could influence the title race this season. And on tennis, Katie Bolter was among 3 Britons to win in the first round of qualifying for next week's Australian Open, but Liam Brody lost in Melbourne. Bolter edged out American Caroline Dolhide 6-3, 3-6, 7-6, 10-5. Lily Miyazaki beat American Hailey Bepsista 6-4, 7-5, with Jodie Barrett easing past Alicia Bolton of Australia 6-2, 6-4. But Brody was defeated 6-3, 6-7, 4-6, 7-6, 10-7 by Ecuador's Emilio Gomez after a near 3-hour battle. Muhammad Sani Uba, Freedom Radio.
The Global News is coming to you from Freedom Radio 99.5 FM. You can send your comments, opinions, and watch us live on Freedom Radio Nigeria on Facebook.com. You can get the link to the page on our website, freedomradio@nigeria.com, or call us through this number, 082444163. Welcome back. You still listen to Freedom Global News on 99.5 FM. The year 2022 was historic, especially in the activities and performance of members of the Kano State House of Assembly in making fundamental laws, despite the fact that most of the members have turned their attention to the 2023 elections with the aim of returning to their seats. Correspondent Awal Hassan Fagi takes a look at the major activities of the House in 2022 and files on this report.
On 21st January 2022, Kano State House of Assembly approves the establishment of 5,000 housing units for teachers, civil servants, and public servants in the state. In the year under review, on February 21st, the Kano State House of Assembly called on the state government to establish a University of Agriculture at Gari in Kunchi local government area. Also on 28th February, the House rejected a letter received from the Office of the State Auditor General over the appointment of Alhaji Ismail Musa as Substantive Auditor General. Meanwhile, on 15th June 2022, the legislative body approved 10 billion naira loan request by Kano State government for procurement and installation of CCTV cameras for security development. Also, on 20th June 2022, 28 members of the House elected a member representing Kiru constituency, Alhaji Kabiru Hassan Dashi, as new deputy speaker. Kabiru Hassan Dashi subsequently took an oath to the office of the Deputy Speaker by the Director Legal of the House, Barrister Nasidi Aliyu. It is also in the year under review that on 12th October 2022, the House approved renaming of the Kano University of Science and Technology Udil to Aliyu Dangote University of Science and Technology. On August 8th, the House assigned its Standing Committee on Sports to investigate the relegation of Kano Pillars Football Club from the Nigerian Professional Football League. On 11th August, the House of Assembly passed Kano State Multi-Door Court House Bill 2021 into law. On 22nd and 23rd of August 2022, the House has screened and confirmed the appointment of 9 commissioners nominated by Governor Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduji. The newly appointed commissioners include Alhaji Ibrahim Dan Azimi, Abdul Halim Abdullahi, Lamin Sani Zawiya, Yawa Abdullahi Enshana, Garba Yusuf Abubakar, Dr. Yusuf Jibril, Adamu Fanda, Saleh Kausani, Dr. Ali Brumbrun, and Dr. Aminu Ibrahim Sanyawa. Furthermore, on August 29, the House passed the Kano State Permissible Weights and Weight Bridge Bill 2022 into law. On October 20th, the House passed Kano State Environmental Pollution Control Bill 2022 into law, also securing and confirmed the appointment of Alhaji Dahiru Abbas Kachako and Abdullah Abbas as commissioners in Kano State Independent Electoral Commission (KANSEC). On 15th November, Kano State House of Assembly has passed Muhammad Abdullahi Wase Teaching Hospital Bill 2022 into law and adopted a report for the House Standing Committee on Higher Education in respect of Sa'adat Rimi University of Education Bill 2022. Also on November 16th, the House passed Kano State Persons with Disability Amendment Number 2 Law 2022.
The House agreed with third reading. By this, a law to provide for Kano State Supplementary Appropriation Law 2022-1444-AH to to the tune of 5,7,974,299 naira, and for other matters connected therewith, hereby passed.
Likewise, on the day, the House adopted the report of its Standing Committee on Appropriation in respect of the 2022 proposed supplementary appropriation bill.
By this, I bill for a law to make provisions for the amendment of the Kano State Person with Disability Law 2018-1439 and for other matters connected therewith, hereby passed.
On 1st December 2022, the House conducted a public hearing on Child Protection Bill. On 15th December 2022, the House conducted a public hearing on the 2023 proposed appropriation bill. Also in the year under review, on December 19th, the House agreed to recall Kano State Pension and Gratuity Law, Kano House of Assembly Service Commission Law, and Kano State Road Traffic Law for the review. Similarly, the House had received two letters from Governor Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje seeking for the amendment of Kano State and Local Governments Revenue Administration Codification and Consolidation, Amendment Number 2, and draft bill for Kano State Emirates Council Law as Ibrahim Shidari. On 29th December, the House passed Kano State 2023 proposed budget into law.
By this, I bill for a law to provide for the Kano State Appropriation Bill 2023-1444 to the tune of 268,197,731,000 and for other matters connected therewith, hereby passed.
Also in the year under review, members of the House from leading party APC and PDP decamped to an NPP. The decamped members include the then Deputy Speaker of the House, Alhaji Zubair Hamza Musu, member representing Sumela constituency, the then Minority Leader, Alhaji Isyaku Al-Danja, Deputy Majority Leader, Abdullahi Ilyas Yasa, Muhammad Bello Butukutu, member representing Rimungada Topa, member representing Kumbotso, Mudassir Ibrahim, Tukur Muhammad from Page Local Government, member of Nasarawa constituency Umar Musa Gama, Amin Saadu of Ungogo, and Garba Shehu Pamar, member representing Kibia constituency. Also, 3 members of the House, including member representing Dawakin Kudu constituency, Muazzam El Yaqub, Abubakar Obaga Ladima, member representing Bebeji constituency, and Salisu Maji Ahmed Gongozo from Kano Municipal constituency, decamped to APC. Awala Sampage, Freedom Radio.
And on the foreign scene, Gabon's President Ali Bongo has appointed the country's first female Prime Minister, Rose Christiane Osuka-Raponda, to the role of Vice President and named a new Prime Minister to replace her. Zainab Aminu Bakuri reports.
Bongo Secretary General John Wetzel said the announcement were made on Monday. Former Defense Minister Osuka-Raponda, 59, who had been appointed Premier in July 2020 after her predecessor stepped down, will now assist the head of state, though the position does not allow for an interim role as president. She is the country's first ever female vice president. Secretary General John Wetzel said in a video statement posted on the presidency's Twitter account that another former minister, Alain Cloud, Billy Bainzi, will replace Osuka-Raponda and form a new government. Billy Bainzi, 55, is a close ally of the president and has held several ministerial jobs since 2006. Later on Monday, he announced a government composed of 45 ministers with a reshuffle in the key positions. As Prime Minister, Osuka-Raponda had to navigate a delicate political scene after a coup attempt in 2019, while Bongo was on prolonged medical leave following a stroke. The new vice president has had a steady political rise in Gabon, which has been ruled by the same family for more than 5 decades. She was named budget minister in 2012 before being elected mayor of the capital, Libreville, in 2014, becoming the first woman to hold that position since 1956. She is an economist by training who graduated from the Gabonese Institute of Economy and Finance, specializing in public finance. Zainab Aminu Bakori, Freedom Radio.
And with this, we've come to the end of today's Global News. On behalf of the entire production team, I am Hauwa Adamu Kiyawa. Have a wonderful evening.
This is Freedom Global News.